Welcome to Rohan's World of Wheels. Today I am here with the Toyota Innova 2009 model G variant. Well, when it comes to driving a car, there are certain things which needs to be looked into, especially newer generation cars which has got a tachometer or an RPM gauge. Once you turn on the keys and start your vehicle, you need to observe the RPM. So right now I'm turning on the keys to the ACC mode. I'm waiting for indication lights to get off, and let's start the car. Well, I've started the car and you can see the vehicle's RPM is now at 800 RPM and it's steady, and the needle is steady, which is a good sign that the engine is perfect and there is no flaws to the engine. And if the needle in the tachometer fluctuates or it stays above 1000 RPM, then it's a sign that you need to take your vehicle to the service center and get it checked. It could be an indication to a arising problem. So since the RPM is steady at 800, it's a very good sign. Let me just shift the gear to first, release the handbrakes, and let me turn on the AC by first turning on the fan, which is the right method, and then the AC switch on. So let's move forward, and you can slightly start noticing that the RPM increases when the vehicle goes forward. So I'm just waiting for the vehicles behind me to pass by, and once the road is clear, I just turn on the indicator, right, and once that two-wheeler also passes by, I'm just moving the vehicle forward. Right. So the vehicle is just crossed about 2000 RPM, which is the right RPM to upshift the gear. Right, again it's crossed 2000 and I'm upshifting the gear to third. Well, it's now again reached 2000 and above, and I'm upshifting to fourth. And I'm maintaining an RPM between 1500 to 2000 RPM, which is the right RPM to be maintained to get the best fuel economy when driven at a constant speed. Usually the downshift of gear takes place when the RPM drops to around 1000 RPM, and that's where the downshift of gears takes place. About 2000, I upshift the gear from third to fourth. And this is how you maintain the right RPM for a smoother drive. Well, the right position to hold the steering of any car is in the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock position. And as you can see, this is now supposed to be the most safest driving position to hold the steering, because while holding the steering in the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock position, it gives you a good control of your vehicle. Earlier it used to be the 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock position, but there were slight drawbacks, and that's why now they have stated that the best position is the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock position. And now you can see a turn, and when I reach a turn, so I follow the push and pull. So now the turn towards the right, I follow the push and pull. So I slightly push the steering with my left hand and slightly pull it towards my right. And this turn you can see I'll be doing the push and the pull method by maintaining the steering at the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock position. And now there is a slight left turn, and here I slightly with my left hand I'm going to pull, and with my right I'm going to slightly push. So maintaining the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock position. So you follow the push and pull, and then you hold your steering steady. Earlier it used to be the 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock position, but here what happens is you don't get good control. See why the control is slightly difficult, and that's the reason why they say it's the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock position which is the safest position to hold your steering wheel. There is always a saying that if you need to really enjoy driving, you need to drive a vehicle with the manual transmission, and I support it, because if you need to really have the fun of driving a car, it's the manual transmission. And today I'm driving a 2009 Innova G variant, which has no safety features like ABS, CSC or EBD, and this car even doesn't even have an airbag. But to get the real driving feel, you need to drive one of these, and you will really enjoy driving this car. So while driving manual transmission, there are certain things which you need to look into, especially maintaining the right RPM. Let's say between 1500 to 2000 RPM when driven at a constant speed between 60 to 80 km per hour is when you get the right mileage. And when you have to upshift your gear, and when the vehicle reaches 2000 or slightly above, is the right time to upshift the gear. And once the gear is shifted, you need to get your left leg away from the clutch pedal, because driving with your foot on the clutch pedal will cause unnecessary wear and tear of the clutch components, and a reduction of mileage is noticed. Drive safe and enjoy your drive. I hope you all would have liked watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel to watch new videos. Thank you.